Bro, whoever think they got that floor, how to get the girl, bro, I'm gonna give you one good tip, bro. Bro, remember, bro, she gotta be looking cute. Like, girl, you really will go for her, bro. I'm talking about on the girl, you be like, you're not my level. I can't get them, bro. You better know those the ones you want, right? The ones you would say spend the night. You better talk to them. Yeah, buddy. Make sure you got them. Go for them. You go for them. You know what I'm saying? That's how you sauce. These girls, you go for them girls. Go for them girls you really want, bro. And just let them know that they ain't gonna be the only one until you do a group chat with all of them. See who gonna win. You gotta have like 7 of them. So you gotta work your way up to 7 girls. Trap, he's not a full girl. That's what I'm saying. You can have the stars, the stars that's on stage. Like Ariana Grande. You be like, I want that to be a trap beast girl. Well, there it is. That's what it is then, bruh. You got 7 trap beast girls, you make it up. You make sure you know who you really want. You gonna meet them. And you gonna love them. And you gonna do a group chat with them in it. You understand? That's what it is. Group chat go hard. We about to smoke like we wins again, bro. We had to show up. Yo, we had to show up, bro. What video? Bro, I'm gonna tell you, bro. You wanna know how I'm feeling, bro? I'm feeling on something. But I don't even want to pull the other video, bro. The video where rapping. What he say? You know what I'm saying? With gun on it. He rapping hard. He said Currency had the best verse. He got one of the hardest verses. So yeah, that was at the end of it. Just these specific videos dropping on specific pages. Specific page running. Like everybody trying to get a screen quote posted. I don't even see everybody. Probably gotta scroll. Long time. So I see other people's. Couldn't too many people had that screen recorded and that stuff. Alright, what video we on? I know what video we can be on, so I got a video. That's good news for us. We got a video. What video it is? Wiz Khalifa is really an MMA fighter.
And they're loosening up.
That's what I'm about to be on.
Yo!
He smoked on Real LA 3 days ago.
What makes Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadillas so giant? Crispy fingers, salt. Yo! Wiz Khalifa's back on a cruise show. Let's get it.
Yeah, what's up? What's happening?
Yeah, man. Yo, a lot of hits.
Hey, yo, that was a nice intro.
No, for sure. Shout out to Nico Blitz. He did that for you. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Bro, 900 hits is crazy, bro.
Yeah. 900 hits.
Bro, that is out of control. That's a crazy set list, bro. That's a Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? Where you can just keep performing and every song is just that song that evokes emotion and memories from people. It's crazy.
That's what I was thinking about. Like a lot of memories to those songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of memories creating music. Do we remember everything? Because there's a lot of smoke also involved.
Yeah, I remember everything.
That's right.
I remember everything. I remember all those.
That's right, bro. Yo, so online, Wiz, like the content is crazy, right? Like we're traveling, we're on private planes, we're putting outfits out, we're feeding Shadow, Clear Blue pregnancy tests. I love it all, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I stay busy, I stay active. That's the TikTok on the Instagram. That's you get the good weed content on there.
That's right.
Yeah. You get like jars of trees. You get bong rips. You get low riders. Yeah, you get all that.
Yeah, nah, you know, and like what people may not remember maybe is like, yo, like the internet early like that's where you got to really show who you were. Like you told everybody who you were on the internet. You and Mac Miller were on that YouTube and internet early.
Yeah, absolutely. Twitter was really big for me. YouTube really big for me. Just being able to curate my fan base and like figure out who was really there for me and who supported me and actually entertain them. And a lot of my early mixtapes like Flight School and Cushion Orange Juice, Burn After Rolling, Cabin Fever, a lot of that stuff was just really, you know, all directed towards the internet. And I made a lot of, you know, my early career, you know, fans and just expectations of what Wiz Khalifa was. I really got my identity off of that.
Were you and Mac like, yo, we're gonna kill this internet shit?
I don't know about what Mac thought about the internet, cause he was a little bit.
Hear anything?
That's just what it is, bro. You gotta be on that other video.
It's time. Your
Career, you know, fans.
Let's get it. Just Incredible's lift up about that a little earlier, like how far the journey's come. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's made their way on up.
I love it. Let's get it. Just Incredible's liftoff show on Power 106 each one. Yeah. And you delivered, my boy.
Thank you.
You delivered.
Thank you.
Do you think back?
really dedicated.
Bro, you know, Mark is one of my best friends.
Yeah, I know.
So we started, for anybody listening that don't know who Mark Holloway is.
That's so crazy that between us and then we have Mark Holloway.
He's the
yeah.
whitest, dorkiest dude on the planet. Mark Holloway was my tour manager, also one of my best friends. We met on tour way back in like 99, 2000. And he's your tour manager.
Yep.
So he's one of my best friends and oldest friends. If I look back at who are my oldest friends, he's probably my oldest friend. I don't have a lot of old friends from home. I didn't really like have friends like that growing up. So all my friends happened when I was like 18, 19, when I went out into the world and started touring and trying to make it. So Mark is, he's one of my oldest friends, and he's been working with you for a long time now.
10, 12, I don't know, over 10 years, I think.
And I have to say, one of the coolest things, we had one show. We were playing one show last year, and you let him jump off tour or wherever you guys were at and come do the show for us.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
For sure,
We
man.
appreciate it, man.
We're family, dog.
Yeah, man.
Bro, even just you saying Mark Holloway is just like brings up feelings, bro.
Yeah,
like,
Mark's a good guy.
That's my guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's my family right there.
He's one of those. I know for me, just working together, but just as a friend.
Yeah.
Mark was there when my kids were born.
Mm-hmm.
He's been with me in a lot, and vice versa, me with him.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that will show up.
Oh yeah.
If you need him.
He's there, always there. And everybody that I know through or me that knows him, they're like, Mark loves you, bro.
Yeah, he loves you. He loves you. He works for you, with you, but I can tell he wouldn't be there.
That's exactly what
if
everybody
he
says.
didn't, feel how he felt.
That's exactly what everybody says. They're like, he doesn't have to do this. Like,
yeah, he does it. He does what.
Yep.
He's a guy who does what he believes in.
Yep.
Always.
Yeah.
And he fucking loves you.
Yep. I get it. Very
so that
happy
says
for
a
him.
lot.
Very happy. Very, very appreciative.
About
Mark.
both of you.
Thank you.
Because I've known him a long time, man. Mark is he's a tough customer. He's his own.
Yeah.
He's his own guy.
Yeah.
But for the size and the amount of respect he has for you and love he has for you,
Yeah.
says a lot.
He holds it down, bro.
And I see why, man.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you for having me,
Man,
bro.
I appreciate
I'm
it.
glad we got it done. This is the second time we had to reschedule,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, all good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. But thank you for getting it
Bro,
done.
thank you.
I wanted to make sure we did this.
Thank you.
It meant a lot to me. You
Thank
mean
you.
a lot to me. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Absolutely.
All right. Good luck with the record.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening to Artist Friendly. We really appreciate it. If you like the show, you can also follow us on Spotify. You can follow us on Instagram at artist.friendly. And you can watch us on YouTube and Veeps. Leave comments. I always read them. See you next time.
Today we're covering how to take control of your credit. Let's start by downloading the Experian app.
How do I decide between all the credit cards out there?
Well, Experian matches you with credit cards based on your credit profile. You can see if you're approved without impacting your credit. Class dismissed.
Switch to the Google Fi Wireless Flexible plan and only pay for the data you use. Get unlimited calls and texts for $35.
In a Sprinter van.
Nah, you know how to do it. You know how to do it. These are the stories we need. All right, so you're.
And we're still friends with
Wait,
all
you're
them.
not headlining?
No.
Who was headlining?
I don't know.
You got that.
No.
Go ahead, break it down. Was he still headlining at that point?
Yes.
All right, got it.
I don't know how deep we can go into these stories.
But those were good times too, though, because like I was literally in the back of the Sprinter van editing like day-to-days and shit like that. So it wasn't.
shit.
Yeah.
Day to days where a man forgot
Yeah,
about
it
that
wasn't
influenced
far
me to
like
do
after
cinematic
that
TV.
type of stuff. Yeah.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, our lineage is crazy because when you really think about it, like I was in the industry a couple of years before you guys. I feel like I had found Sean and Nip, and then had found Crit, not Joey
Those two
yet.
Nip is, I think, how we honestly met
Yeah.
originally.
Yeah, we all met in New York when we were doing.
Oh, that's right. I got that footage.
Yeah.
You, him, and Spitter.
Yeah. We were
That's
all
right.
in that studio.
And Spinach trying to explain to Nip about smoking joints.
Yeah,
And French was there.
Yep, French
Yeah,
was there.
that's crazy.
Yeah, but that was the night we all, cause you had brought the halal. You had put us all on halal.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Spitter was trying to tell us not to smoke blunts because it's bad for your acne.
Instead of giving you acne, secondhand acne.
So we linked there, and then it was love from that point on. I remember you guys brought us.
Then we kicked it at South by Southwest too.
Well, bro, the interesting thing about South by, it's one of the notes I got on here.
Mm-hmm.
Glass House was made at South by
It was.
Southwest.
We were supposed to be at a show, and I said it at the beginning. I was like, we got a show to do and everything.
Yeah.
And we just went to the crib and just recorded.
It was the
that shit.
Airbnb that I rented out there.
Yeah.
And you know how stressful it was, because it's like, it's at your house, but it's also
Well, I remember
partly
you
your
guys were
show.
in the kitchen. There was mad
stressful.
people running around. Crit was pissed off because you know Crit's very moody. He's pissed off trying to get the fucking beat right.
Yeah, and
you
it was.
came and laid your verse.
Yep, and I was finishing Cushion Orange Juice, so I was like, I gotta get this shit done, because I was like, all these fools is down here. This is the perfect time.
That
And it
record,
was the last song
that
we did.
story and that record is legendary.
Yeah, yep.
That trip, we spent like 10 hours in that one venue, just smoking weed.
Oh, for the Devin Dude show?
I don't
The
remember.
first Smokers Club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Because
It
Spitter
was
just
you,
kept asking you for weed
Spitter,
for hours. I was
Devin
like,
and
this
Dude
is
was the
insane.
headliner.
Yeah, yep.
That's how early it was in all our careers. Devin was the headliner. You know who the opener was?
Who?
Kendrick Lamar. Bro, I'll show you the fucking
That's
t-shirt,
cold.
right?
There's footage of me and Spitter doing car service at that show.
Word?
Yeah.
I need to see that.
Yeah, I think that might have been the first time we performed it too.
Yeah, I'll never forget the time we went to East Carolina College with you guys.
ECU?
ECU.
Oh my God, why do I remember ECU?
Because you all got arrested.
Yeah, oh, that's why. Yeah.
Great was the
I was about to say, why do I remember that shit? Yeah, because I'm never going back.
We went, and I remember walking past the bus and it's stinking of weed, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, you booked Wiz Khalifa. What the fuck do you think is coming to your college campus, right?
It played.
So we walk in, do our part of the show. Wiz hasn't even gone on yet. You hadn't gone on, right? And we walk out, and they're all just handcuffed against the bus.
Oh no, we started that show.
Y'all got locked up in ECU?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I remember Will being like, he said, call Artie. And all you guys were locked and shit. Damn, that was no good. I remember that.
Fuck ECU.
I feel like the next night, that was when Crick got so fucking drunk. Do you remember you were making him drink gin? You don't even remember this story, dude. I feel like you had so many party nights on
blind
tour.
that night.
He went blind. I got all that footage. He was like, yo, I can't see you. Because he thought he could outdrink you.
Yeah. And I had to bring him upstairs, like, to the hotel. Like, I had to, like, throw him in his room.
You still doing the Bombay Sapphire?
Nah,
Jesus Christ. Then clap that up. He stepped it up. Don't worry about it.
I don't even drink as much as I used to, man. Like,
But what happened at Coachella? You said you got.
I did get drunk at Coachella. I said as much as I used to, but I don't promote drinking.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I remember that.
Fuck.
Brought the halal.
The dude was the headliner.
Yeah.
That's how early it was in all our careers. Devin was the headliner. You know who the opener was?
Who?
Kendrick Lamar. Bro, I'll show you the fucking
That's
t-shirt,
cold.
right?
There's footage of me and Spitter doing car service at that show.
Word?
Yeah.
I need to see that.
Yeah, I think that might have been the first time we performed it too.
Yeah, I'll never forget the time we went to East Carolina College with you guys.
ECU?
ECU.
Oh my God, why do I remember ECU?
Because you all got arrested.
Yeah, oh, that's why. Yeah.
Great was the
I was about to say, why do I remember that shit? Yeah, because I'm never going back.
We went, and I remember walking past the bus and it's stinking of weed, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, you booked Wiz Khalifa. What the fuck do you think is coming to your college campus, right?
It played.
So we walk in, do our part of the show. Wiz hasn't even gone on yet. You hadn't gone on, right? And we walk out, and they're all just handcuffed against the bus.
Oh no, we started that show.
Y'all got locked up in ECU?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I remember Will being like, he said, call Artie. And all you guys were locked and shit. Damn, that was no good. I remember that.
Fuck ECU.
I feel like the next night, that was when Crick got so fucking drunk. Do you remember you were making him drink gin? You don't even remember this story, dude. I feel like you had so many party nights on tour.
Blind that night.
He went blind. I got all that footage. He was like, yo, I can't see you. Because he thought he could outdrink you.
Yeah. And I had to bring him upstairs, like, to the hotel. Like, I had to, like, throw him in his room.
You still doing the Bombay Sapphire?
Nah,
Jesus Christ. Then clap that up. He stepped it up. Don't worry about it.
I don't even drink as much as I used to, man. Like,
But what happened at Coachella? You said you got.
I did get drunk at Coachella. I said as much as I used to, but I don't promote drinking.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I have alcohol
Sorry, kids.
for sale, but I don't promote it. Cause it's like you really got to be able to handle that shit. Like back in the day when I was drinking like that, it was only cause I didn't know no better. But now I know a little bit better. So
If you would love to sponsor the show with your alcohol, let us know.
okay, I got you. You can drink all of
What are you
it.
trying to do business on the show? He's gonna ask for a free verse next. Watch out for this guy. I'm telling you. Watch out.
But yeah, we used to get crazy, dog.
Not crazy.
Yeah, we used to party hard.
I feel like I considered us party animals, but you motherfuckers took it to a whole different level. I was never a drinker like that. You were drinking, you were smoking, like mushrooms, the whole shit.
Yeah.
It was some Jimi Hendrix experience type of vibes.
We never did no hard drugs.
That's
all.
all safe
same.
stuff. Weed, mushrooms, alcohol.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. You can make it out of that. That's sustainable.
I did Special K once on accident because you had a weird photo shoot here. And we found a bag, and I thought, never mind. You know,
Who the fuck finds a bag of a white substance and just sniffs it? Yeah, and he thought it was coke. He thought it was coke, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, I think I just did Special K. I didn't just say anything. I did Special K."
your photo shoot.
I just have to say about that East Carolina thing. So, you know, that was horrible situation. Like, we all laughed on the way there. We were like, this is gonna be a couple $1,000. Fuck this, but this will be hilarious. Remember what the bail was? It was like $300,000 a person.
For what? For 10 of us, and it was for this much weed, dog. Yeah, the bail was $3 million, dog.
$3 million because in little towns like that, that's how they cash out.
Wow,
That's crazy.
I was like, what the fuck?
These cops were all through the bus. The only thing they didn't find was a bag full of money. Like, did you guys do your job?
And what, it was just this much weed? Literally?
It was a little bit of weed, but we had a
It was
bunch
a
of,
little over an ounce.
we had a gang of cash. We didn't even know we had as much money as we did, but a motor counted out, I think, like 200 grand with his hands, bro. Like,
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, so let's
It was
touch on like
crazy.
the TGOD, like the Taylor Gang family, because I feel like it's rare to really see like a crew stick together the whole way through.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? We've all seen everybody break up, have their issues, whatever the fuck.
yeah.
Like, walk us through that whole thing. How did you guys all link up? When?
It goes back because we came together kind of separately, just through one place at ID Labs where
Studio.
where Matt came up as well.
Got it.
And that's Edan's spot. And if it wasn't for Edan, we wouldn't have all had a place to like really do our thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just through the scene in Pittsburgh, because it was so many different ways. Like there was like a battle era that motherfuckers had to make it out of. So some people who were with us back then,
were you?
yeah, hell yeah, I was doing all that shit. Some people who was with us back then, they might have been, you know, better at that. And then when the mixtape era started happening, they kind of got washed out during that. So it was just as far as like who was really down to do what. Like this, it wasn't easy, you know what I mean? And it took a lot. And then when we started traveling, even more people, you start to realize who's there for what. And like coming to New York now, it's like we got so many memories and shit that we did before this shit was glamorous at all.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what made us who we are, and that's why we're able to like really sustain, is because of the foundation. Like we've been through the mud together. We didn't just come
Pretty
together.
much all of you, right?
Yeah, me and Chev met like being in the studio together, but they're all older than me.
Right.
So it was really when we all started like hanging out in the clubs, and then me and Breeze been doing what we do probably since I was like 15, 16.
He's from Pittsburgh too?
Yeah. Breeze used to come up to get me from high school and take me to go, you know what I mean, do
Damn.
Yeah, so that's how we all met. And then Lonnie and, you know, we all just kind of came together based off of what we already was doing.
I feel like I know what Taylor Gang means, right? But like, to you guys, like Taylor Gang or Die, like where did it all come
Yeah,
from?
it came from wearing Chucks for sure.
Right.
Cause that's pretty different in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Like everybody's wearing like J's or Forces or whatever. And it was at a time where we were going out like different places. So it would be a bunch of us with the same shit on. So they would call us one thing, and then I was like, I kind of just flipped it into what we had on. What's up, bro?
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, man?
Frank, nice to meet you. What's
Like,
going on?
like,
How
what's
you
up,
doing?
buddy?
Nice to meet you, Frank. Yeah, what's going on, brother? Nice to see you,
How you
Rich.
doing?
Yep.
What's up, my man?
How you
How you
doing?
doing? Good
So-
seeing you.
Yep,
Burner has told us a lot about you, or told me a lot about you, so it's a pleasure to meet you.
yep.
I know you've been growing homegrown weed for like 30 plus years when the sour diesel and the piff and everything was really at its height out here, right? You were one of the main guys.
Well, I told you I started in the sun-dried tomato business, and then I transitioned my father's factory into the weed business.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because what happened was after COVID, you know, the whole thing that changed up, so we repurposed our growing facility into the sun-dried tomatoes. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Wait, so you, hold on. So you started in sun-dried tomatoes and then,
When's the last time you seen a fucking sun-dried tomato anyway? It doesn't exist, you know what I'm saying? So we got rid of the factory, and we started making this, and what the difference between us and the other growers is I use my own compost. You understand? Yeah, so I use my own shit to make this. That's why legal berries. Yeah, I'm serious.
wait, what?
Yeah, so.
Like your own tomato or your own actual?
No. So what happens is when you
Wait.
when you grow, listen to me. When you grow marijuana,
Dingleberries.
when you grow marijuana, what do you do? What do you do?
You have to put fertilizer.
You want me to smoke this? You want us to smoke dingleberries?
Look at If you want me to go buy someone else's shit, you don't know what's inside. I'm vegan, okay? That's what I tell you. I'm vegan and that's clean as hell. I tell you, I promise you. Try that. Smell it. You don't smell none of the... It's good stuff right there.
It does smell good. I'll try it.
Looking for something delicious and affordable? Enjoy Kellogg's cereal with milk and fruit for less than $1.
Why would you assume that there's a lake? Why would they call it the Lakeview?
You guys down to try the homegrown shit bags?
No, very good.
Oh, so let me get this straight.
Okay, so tell me, yeah.
So I'm not a smoker.
Yeah.
So tell me, as far as California, you mean your own feces?
Pretty much, yeah, because what happened was, I know what's in there. I eat vegetables every day, and besides, once in a while I get too high, I go to Dunkin' Donuts, I have a fucking box of donuts. But that's most of the time I'm eating clean. You know, this is revolutionary stuff. I'll tell you right now, wait until the fucking, those hippies get this, you know, it's gonna take off. I'll tell you right now.
Yo, dingleberries is
What? You know, dingleberries is an insane
No one
name.
else is doing it.
Do you know what you crossed the strains with? What is this? Are we down to try this? We
I
down to
just-
Yeah, we smoking it.
I say listen to me. I say it's made in California.
When is this crazy?
I say it's made in California, but if you want to be honest with you, it's mostly grown in Brooklyn because, you know, it's better for marketing and stuff. But that's besides that.
Well, you got bacon, egg, and cheese shit up in there.
Now it's good. Listen, you got I do bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm mostly vegan.
Yo, E, will you roll this up for us to try? Oh, you already rolling up, bro? All right, roll up one more.
Nice to meet
Oh,
everybody.
my
Thank you
bad,
guys for
man.
having me. Thank you for having me. You know,
So
very
y'all
excited.
gonna smoke some shit.
Yeah, we're gonna try some shit.
Yeah, where is
I'm vegan, but I still eat at McDonald's.
Listen to me. That was one time, all right? Why are you fucking blowing up my spot? Most of the time I'm vegan. Okay?
Stanley, come sit down. I gotta go back.
The Hit It Once dub that you did on the EP that just dropped is so fucking fire.
You fuck with
bro.
that?
Hell yeah. It was just a vibe. It was like, because I'm listening through all the music, you know, I'm a fan. As you drop, I listen, you know what I mean? And that record just it was dope. I liked how you remixed it. Where did you come up with that idea to take the dub like?
It was something that we all like collectively agreed on because when the original Hit It Once, we were kind of like feeling, you know, just the energy and just going based off of the vibe of that one. And we were like, how about we just take it to the next level and like really make that real and just see how people respond to it. So that's cool as hell that you fuck with.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah.
That's my favorite song on that last
Yeah,
album.
good look.
And you titled that Cushion OJ also, didn't you?
It was really just me. So there's like this new method that they have when you releasing music and they call it the waterfall method.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And where you're allowed to like release songs but then attach it to the album.
Oh, so those songs will be on the album?
Yeah, they're attached as bonus tracks.
Nice.
Since you already heard them, I wanted to have those be at the bonus tracks.
Almost
And
separate.
then, yeah, like separate, you know what I'm saying, experience. And then you got the full album, you know what I mean, all the way before the songs that you haven't heard, 18 songs that you haven't heard before.
I'm excited for this album. Those songs sounded crazy. You just played.
Thank you, bro.
And they're in line kind of with what you dropped already.
Yeah, for
So I know
sure.
it's going to be very cohesive.
No, that was a vibe.
Yeah, good luck, good luck.
What's your name again? Frank?
Frank what?
Frankie.
DeMiglio.
DeMiglio.
Frankie DeMiglio.
You're in the sun-dried tomato business?
Why wasn't this? My father was.
Oh.
Well, you got a problem with that?
No, I was just wondering what business you were in. Jesus, like that, Frank DeMiglio.
God damn, DeMiglio sounds like a dangerous last name too.
DeMiglio's about to put me in a hole in the desert.
In that same song, you said "Kush make you tell the truth."
Yeah.
What did you mean by that? I mean, obviously, I could figure what it means, but like, you know, I never really heard anybody say that. That was the first time.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I mean, I feel like when you get around like anybody and you get high enough, you could talk about some shit that, you know what I mean, you would never really even feel comfortable talking about unless you was that stoned.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether it's believing in aliens.
Nah, for real.
The new shit going on with the pyramids. You're high, you can say anything.
New shit?
Yeah, they said they found like these 12 fucking poles underneath the pyramids. Did you hear about that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's crazy. They're saying the pyramids were now semiconductors.
Get out of here.
That they would run electricity through the whole world.
Damn.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Shit, they're like plugged in.
Bro, no, so under the pyramids they discovered, because you know, Egypt, they wouldn't let you go, like dig or do anything around there. They're very sacred, and I guess they allowed somebody to do x-rays. This is like a known thing. It was on BBC, it was on everything. It's fucking real. They did like deep x-rays down, you know, thousands of feet down. It's taller than like the Empire State Building. And there are these like electric rods that I guess just channel like the energy in the water from
He
under.
watches a lot of different type of media. That made me.
I heard that there's no carbon residue inside the pyramid, which means how they light it. It was in the fire.
You hear that?
There's no.
I mean, honestly, take a look at him. Are we gonna talk anything intelligent with
This
him?
guy looks.
First of all, if we were to get down to brass tacks, I'm probably the most well-read individual in this house. But
You think you're better than us because you can read?
Frank DiMiglio, I don't know. You speak how many languages?
I speak one language.
Same. That's all I got.
All right, we got our first dookie doobie rolled. So we're officially sparking the dingleberries. That's what it's called, dingleberries?
Yo, pause. What are you guys talking about?
We're smoking shit, doinks.
Everything that grows in the planet has shit. You use it. This is regular stuff.
All right, but it's human feces. It's a little weird.
You're making
By the
it
way,
some type of way right now.
by the way,
This is you know, it's got a nice, you know, the body. It's got a full body to it.
You smoke, Frank?
A little bit, you know, here and there. I try not to get, because sometimes I get, like he said, last time I smoked, I ended up doing too much, so
I ain't gonna
gotta
smoke
take it
it.
easy.
What'd you do?
My brother smell like it.
You know, I rather not talk about it. I ended up at the casino, I lost 100 grand. That's why I got a divorce. I'm talking
Everything
about
has
divorce.
to.
There's a lot going on right now. I'm with a new wife.
Look. I'm good on
Moving right
smoking,
along.
but I'll
It had nothing to do with
well,
the-
thanks for the shitty weed.
My company is
Like, not actual
legitimate.
fuck.
I promise you. Okay, it's one of the best. You're gonna smell it. You gotta really.
We smelled it. It smells actually really good. Actually, it smells really good.
You know what? Fuck it. I rolled one before I smell. I'll smell it.
Hell yeah, Frank.
Yo, do you remember when Dane Dash rented that house in New Orleans?
Yeah, I do.
And we were recording with Spitta.
Yeah.
You were you there?
Yeah, Will was there. That's when we stayed in the quarters.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
do you remember thinking you seen a ghost or some shit, and we had to search the whole fucking house for that ghost? I still tell this story to this day. You remember what I'm talking about,
I
right?
do,
Yo, we were in this goddamn house, and you remember?
Yeah.
You remember that creepy ass house?
And we was like, yo, I'm telling you, I seen some shit. I think you said like a little girl or ghost or some shit. And
Oh my God.
We checked the whole house.
We were
all the way
staying
to
right
the
across
back.
the street from a graveyard.
Yeah,
That
what
shit
the
was
fuck?
spooky.
You are right across the street from the graveyard, the most haunted place
Yes.
in America.
And Spitter was so cool. He's like, it's all good, dog. He didn't even give a fuck. That didn't even phase him.
I won't stay here anymore.
Yeah, bro. I remember. I feel like you and me went up to the attic and everything. He's like, I'm telling you, went this way. We got stories. We got some history with each other.
Wasn't those Steph there?
He may have been.
Probably. I remember us recording in the dining room on the
Yeah,
laptop.
same.
And you were in the other room. Like we were split up, and that's where you seen it.
Yeah,
and I know I got
upstairs.
the fuck out of there. I went and got a hotel room that night. So you have a mushroom brand.
Yeah, Mr. Caps. Mr. Caps. Yeah.
And walk me through that, because obviously I eat a ton of mushrooms.
Do you have some?
These are the legal mushrooms.
Oh.
They're not the psychedelic. Yeah, exactly.
But are you doing that in anticipation of eventually
Both.
mushrooms?
That's what it is. You gotta get it. You gotta be ahead of the curve. Because when they actually go legal, everybody's gonna try to jump straight
Right.
in.
And you'll have Mr. Caps.
Yeah.
And so what is just kind of walk me through it, like, because I'm interested in that business myself, but what, you started it where?
It's in California.
Got it. And in Oregon, it's legal to sell now.
Uh-huh.
So do you have legal ones going out there?
No, not yet. We're thinking about. I think Thailand's gonna be the first place.
Word?
Yeah. Right. Well, or Amsterdam. Amsterdam, right?
Oh, Amsterdam?
Yeah. I just had mushrooms in
Yo, Mr. Caps is such a good name.
Yeah, yep.
That shit, it rolls right off your tongue. You remember, it was your album release party, and we smuggled in a pound of weed to gift you?
Yes. I was up in Colorado, right?
No, it was in New York City.
Oh yeah,
Unlimited weed for life.
It was a big ass
Never
pound of
gotta
weed.
pay for
I
it.
brought it
but
in a
it's that
bar.
weed.
We were like upstairs, and we were like in the
We
same.
had to wrap it up and pretend it was a painting.
Yeah,
And Combs, shout out to Shot by Combs, was like, yo, we got a painting from his, and let us know.
Yeah, and I opened it up, and it was a big ass pound of weed, yo.
So look,
Yeah, I do remember that.
I got you another gift, feel me? In honor of Cushion OJ2.
Oh man. Is it another painting?
It's another painting. This one you're gonna be seeing some good visions with.
Oh.
A pound of mushrooms, Mr. Cat.
Mr. Cat.
We'll ship them back if you don't want to take them on the plane.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good time for you guys.
He's really into breakfast.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. Yeah.
Zoe? That's the one.
Ooh, that looks like fun. Thanks, man. You just stepped it up, bro.
Come on, you know, I knew that would be something to, you know, that's a good gift right there.
I didn't expect that. You don't get that often.
That's a pound of shrooms, my
Pound of shrooms. Damn, bro.
I'm gonna eat a bunch of them and listen on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you feel like sending the untitled link early, then you know.
We'll make sure you get it. Yeah,
We need to listen to that tonight.
Will's looking at him right now like he just wants to eat
Nah,
it.
that's people that we fuck with less that have it right now. So we love you, so definitely.
That's exciting. You got new songs coming out.
Yeah. You like rap music?
I like everything. My kids, they got me listening to everything now. They got me listening to everything.
How many kids you got?
Too many. I got like 2 from the last marriage, and then the other 2. I got 4 altogether.
And is the plan to go legal with your weed, or like what is this? Like this is.
So right now, we're focused on. We got a lot of Italian pork stores on board. You know what I mean? With selling them out of there, and then no, it's great because the Italians like to get high. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to go to dispensaries because then other people see them buying it, so they go to the pork store. They got even ice cream trucks. You got an ice cream cone. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it all over.
He's definitely getting indicted with this
I'm not
episode.
afraid of jail. I told you, I just got out, so it's fine. And that's not the first time I went to jail.
All right. Well, moving right along with the positive energy we have going on here. Where'd Will Mills go? He got too high, didn't he? Sheesh. I like that though. That's great, man. We smoked that. He caught a secondhand high. You can't ask for anything more on a Wiz Khalifa Good Talk episode with the homies, with Cushion OJ2 coming out. That was the goal. I hope you're all high as fuck. I hope everybody here can't do their jobs.
I don't have a job.
Oh, here he is. You got too high?
Yes.
He's, with the Khalifa Kush brand, do you have more strains coming out, or are you really just focused on the OG right now?
Yeah, we have more. We got a couple strains on the menu. There's a Baby Turtle, there's Khalifa Mints, and there's Point Breeze, right? And Violet Skies.
All out already?
Yeah.
I need a pack of that.
Yeah.
I only smoked the OG.
Wiz, have you ever smoked any strain or anything weed that's like, yo, I can't take this anymore? Have any weed ever conquered you?
Nah, I've never been conquered by weed. It definitely makes me feel different types of weed. I remember smoking Sour Diesel. That shit used to make me tired as
You know,
fuck.
I hear that shit a lot, right? And that was like in the early 2000s.
It used to make me sleepy.
I know this now. Do you think weed is weaker now? I'm not a smoker, but I'm just going based on observation and being.
I don't think it's weaker now. I don't think. Yes, I do think it is weaker. we smoke way stronger weed like Kush,
right?
Like some real strong OG Kush. A lot of people can't handle that. A lot of the weed now is like hybrids.
I remember back in the day, my things that pass around 1 and everybody be good.
Yeah.
Now I see like 6 in rotation.
But niggas just smoke way more weed too.
Yeah, but candies don't really get you to smack this OG or like some.
Yeah.
Also, outdoor is better than indoor. That's a scientific fact.
Yeah, for sure.
Who told you the indoor-outdoor thing? I want to know, just because I never knew that.
My oldest brother.
Who?
My oldest brother. Shout out Nathan Johnson. I love you, baby.
When he said it sounded like it was a fact off like
No, it
fucking
is.
internet.
It's a fact. Outdoor is better than indoor. It's a scientific
In what sense?
fact.
Not stronger.
The best weed is grown between Humboldt County and Southern Oregon, and it's all outdoor.
What about climate change?
There you go, Will.
Well, I don't believe in that. Shout out to Trump. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
The new tour that you're going out with is it's an intimate one, right? It's like under plays across the country. Taylor Gang, the whole squad's coming. And when is that?
That starts May 20th.
Nice. You making a New York stop?
We got.
You can't announce it.
Yeah.
There's multiple layers.
We'll chop up business off
We're
camera.
gonna use this like to get the show ready, the big show later.
Hey, Wiz, what's the longest you've ever gone since you started smoking, not smoking?
Ooh, great question.
And not being in jail?
Probably like 3 days. If I go to like.
Why did you do?
It's if I go to like Dubai or like Saudi Arabia. But now, like sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I don't know.
Wiz, don't 56 nights yourself, please. We don't need you.
Nah, yeah, we not doing that. But usually when I go to Middle Eastern countries, they don't allow smoking over there. So there's the travel time, there's actually being there, and then there's traveling back.
How ready are you to smoke after you get off that plane?
I be high as fuck. I be cool though, but like it's at this point it's worth it, and it's like I'm good. Like I'm.
How you feel about edibles?
Edibles are cool, but I like to smoke. I like to get stoned. I like the whole, you know what I mean?
The experience, rolling up everything.
Exactly. Like edibles kind of make me a little bit sluggish.
I've only smoked once in my life when I was 16, right?
Yeah.
Nah. I had the worst experience ever in my life. I got paranoid. My best friend, he was there. I was bugging.
Was it a dust blunt?
I thought it was because of the way I was acting, but then there was 7 of my dudes on the same blunt, and they didn't have the reaction. So it was back when Brooklyn weed was a chocolate tie.
Yeah.
It was that.
Yeah.
And it was brown, dark weed out of a backwood.
It was bad.
I had a bad trip.
That's why.
I never smoked again after that.
But that was horrible weed in a backwood. Like, we smoke really good weed now.
Right.
So your experience will be way different. And you gotta train yourself for weed as well. So like, you gotta take a little puff here.
My thing was like, I felt good for the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the trip started.
You gotta also know when you want to smoke. Like I learned as I got a little older, I used to smoke all day long. I don't even like being high when I'm working anymore because I got so much shit going on, so much to balance, phones ringing, meetings, Zooms, whatever the fuck. I wait till the end of my day.
Yeah.
It's hard, but it's rewarding.
Yeah.
And also like, when I get high to chill.
Yeah.
Not to be all high and on the phone dealing with bullshit. You know? So I had to learn like, cause I started getting anxiety for a little bit, like 3-4 years ago. And it was because I was high as shit trying to do a million things at once. You know?
It makes sense.
You gotta really know when.
You gotta know when to do it. You gotta know when to put that shit down. And a lot of people, they just want to get stoned or think that the lifestyle of getting stoned is doing it all the time. But like you said, it's when you know not to do it as well.
One is indica and the other one is sativa.
Yeah.
I know one is for the body high and the other one is kind of for the.
It just depends. I look at that shit like liquor. Like some people like dark liquor, some people like light.
What's the difference though? What's indica and what's sativa? I don't know the difference.
It's really how it's grown, like what the leaves look like and what the nubs look like. Sativa is a little bit leafier, and indica is a little bit tighter bud and more, condensed. And indica, to me, it keeps me up, but some people said it knocks them out. And sativa is a lighter high. It's not as like stony, like
Not as heavy.
Yeah. The shit that I smoke is like gonna fuck you up.
You ever had Luigi OG from?
Yeah.
That's my favorite OG strain.
Yeah. Luigi's like
he won't give it to anybody.
Yeah, no.
You can't buy it. You can't buy a clone to grow nothing.
Yeah,
That's just his family strain. Yeah, forever, bro.
Who's your favorite person to like smoke with aside from Snoop?
Burner.
Burner Boy?
Yeah, no, Burner.
Shut up. This guy really don't smoke.
Burner.
I know who Burner is. I think you're talking about Burner.
Shout out to Johnny Shipes, just signed Burner. Good Talk Records.
Yes, I know who Burner is.
Yeah, so
Nah, I didn't say you didn't know who Burner is.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm telling Will.
I'm sorry. We want to hear.
That sounded good talk too.
Burner's one of my favorite partners to smoke with because he just always has the best weed in the world.
And an assortment of it too.
Yeah. He'll just give you packs. He'll get you high as hell. Yeah, Burner's a good dude. And he never stopped giving me weed. Like, he's always got weed.
You guys ever drop a collab strain or anything like that together?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's the one who gave me KK.
Oh, really?
He gave me the original strain for Cleveland.
And the new strains, you picked them yourself, like you handpicked them?
No, those are more in collaborations with the companies that I'm with.
Got it.
So it's just based off of what they have new coming out, and then they're able to cross it and try different things, and then we put names on it and things like that, and just expand the menu.
Word. You're really an entrepreneur because, like, I feel like you knew exactly whether you were going into the weed game or music and then going independent, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that was a major step in the direction of your empire being built because now you own your masters, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You're BMG, right?
Yeah, yep.
Own the masters. Everything coming out is under Taylor Gang, right? So, like, what's the plan there? Are you going to relaunch, like, trying to break artists again, or is it mostly focused on you? Like, what is the...
Really just rebuilding my catalog. I had a good run with Atlantic, but we don't own that music.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And, still, it was a good run, and I been able to do a lot with what I did over there. So just redoing that and then owning the catalog and then building up the popularity of that catalog so I could, so it's valuable as well.
Yeah, live off that shit for the rest of your life.
You know what I love to see? Because Wiz is like the stoner of stoners. I would love to see like a weed taste test.